Yeah.
No? Yeah. You haven't said who's doing what. That's what the person who does the program says. Now is a bit late. We've got different versions of doing that. No, now it's too late. Just have a.
Okay, so we're just here. Aaron, can I please ask you to go get the sweets? I forgot them. You know they're in the office. They're like two. You'll find one of them here. The one with the Kit Kats in the office. Thanks. Sorry. Those who are here at home, those who are here, those who are at home, those who are for the first time, those who haven't been here for a while, those who are regulars, welcome. I'm sure you had a full flavor week, right? Full flavor week. So now we are here to wind it down and give space to the Shabbat, starting with Yedid Nefesh and 126. In 129, please join me. We enter 129 top. We enter the sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wandering, it has endured a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding after them the vision of their true selves. Now we, in our turn, come into the sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak. Let this drop away at the door in the brightness of Shabbat. Let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in praise. 118, I invite now Favis and Ada to come and assist us with leading us to the Shabbat. 118, please rise. So you will read another version with the under the center. What?
Yeah, but it's one hand. Just now. Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Eloheinu v'tzivanu
Oh, thank you. 1:30, come, let us sing joys to God. The whole time, are you about to read?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. Ma'am, what's up for tomorrow? Go away, Dr. Davis. Yeah. לכו נראה. 1:30, Psalm 95. $133, join me for the English, first Psalm 97, then Psalm 98, page 133. The Eternal One is sovereign. Let the earth exult and the many islands rejoice. Dense clouds are around God. Righteousness and justice are the base of God's throne. O you who love God, hate evil. God guard the lives of your loyal ones, saving them from the hand of the wicked. Light is sown for the righteous, radiance for the upright. O you righteous, rejoice in the eternal and acclaim God's holy name. A psalm, sing to God a new song, for you have worked wonders. Your right hand, your holy arm have won you victory. Eternal One, you have shown your victory, displayed your justice in the sight of the nations. You were mindful of your love and faithfulness through the heart of Israel. All the ends of the earth behold the victory of our God. 135, I'll do the Hebrew for Psalm 99, and then the ensemble will gather us in Romemu 135. Adonai malach irgezu amim, yoshev keruvim tanut haaretz, Adonai בציון גדול, ורמהו על כל העמים, יודו שמך גדול ונורא קדוש הוא, ועוז מלך משפט אהב, אתה כוננת מישרים, משפט וצדקה ביעקב אתה עשית, רוממו אדוני אלוהים. And we conclude that sequence in page 137, the many voices of God. 137, the conclusion of Psalm 29. Kol Adonai chotzev leavot esh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. Adonai oz lamo iten, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom. May God grant strength to our people. May God grant our people peace. As we move to the Lechadodi, the hymn that symbolizes the transition into the Shabbat zone and the invitation for intimacy between us and God, I'd like to share with you some devotional words from the UK Reform Siddur, the Iyun Tefillah, devotion and pray. God of the spirit of all flesh, you created one human being, all humanity is one. You created us all in your image, so all are equal in your sight. In a world so vast, may all find for themselves a home. In the world so small, let us make space for one another. In time of conflicts, may we help to bring understanding. In times of bitterness and hate, may we offer healing and love. When faith erects barriers, may our understanding of you build bridges. When faith is betrayed or misused, give us courage to seek your truth. May we be the truth of our time and place, of all the covenants of duty and of love. Amen. So be it. I invite you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and let go of the week. Next week is Purim. Purim is the mid-side, kind of the middle of the Jewish year. After Purim, things are becoming much more fast. Until Purim, from Rosh Hashanah, climbing uphill. From Purim, it started to move forward. That I can promise you. 138, 139. סוף מעשה במחשבה תפילה אדוני שבת נקבלה Those who are here in the first time or not sure what we do, we just rise and we facing the door, and then the Shabbat Queen. This is the moment when the Shabbat Queen is entering, just where Mr. Manoim have just entered, and Aaron is just leaving. Good. A song for the Shabbat, Psalm 92, page 140.
I know.
So friends, Psalm 92 and 93 are the conclusion of the Kabbalat Shabbat before we're moving to the evening service, which is a special evening service for Shabbat, a bit abridged. What I'm inviting you to do is I was studying this UK prayer book and I noticed the several things which differentiate between the American prayer book and the UK prayer book. So if you check on 141, I'm going to read to you Psalm 93. It's not the differences are not huge, but you see how the person who was writing it was having a UK English or a American English, and it's interesting because what would be a South African authentic expression? I'm leaving it open. I'm just reading it to you from here. So just as you're following the Americanized version, hear the English version, okay? Adonai, the Creator, is sovereign, robed in pride. God is robed in power and clothed in strength. So the word was set firm, cannot be shaken. Your throne is set firm long ago. From eternity, you are Almighty. The floods may storm, the floods may storm aloud, the clouds may storm in thunder, but even above the roar of the great waves, the mighty breakers of the ocean, the wind is the might of our Creator. The proofs you give are very sure. Holiness is the mark of your house, O Lord, as long as time endures. Adonai, the Lord Yamin, how they say it, O God, for all time. I find it valuable to translations. Nicolot, this one. Changes times and seasons, and who arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are the creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign over us into eternity. Blessed are you, eternal one, who brings on evening Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv, Aravim, everlasting love, Ahavat Olam, 130. Israel, Adonai, Adonai, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים על אלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושננתם ביבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובבית עריך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוז על ידיך וחיו לטות אפוד בין עיניך, וקשרתם על מזוזות בית עריך ובשעריך.
למען
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Thanks. Ada Wuzwe, tomorrow Barmi, she's going to do a Bati, she's going to do the Kiddush with me later on. And here we are. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Mi Chamocha, 158.
מי כמוך,
For redeeming Israel 161, the version of the Ashkivenu, which is in the top. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal One, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Blessed are you, Eternal One, whose shelter of peace is spread over us and over all of your people Israel and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. ושמרו 162.
ושמרו את השמיים ואת
We are moving to the Amidah service. We start in 164. We specifically have family guests here this week. I'd like to call forward my brother-in-law and his daughter to honor us with opening and closing the ark. No, come on, come on. Yeah, exactly. You can do it. You can see Mika resonates with Kfir, and Tuli was there when he had the long hair, but now it's sick transit, Gloria Mundi. There, thank you. Let us rise, 164. Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך eternal God. Open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל. וחסדי אבות ואמהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אמן. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים, אמן. 170. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. 173. May these hours, 173 top, may these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. רצה 175.
בעמך ישראל, ותפילותו ישראל. עמך אל קרב וכל קרב לבדך וחיינו שבוק רוחך ותחזינה עינינו בשוב לציון ברחמים. ברוך אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון.
With thanks that you are our eternal God and God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wonders, deeds, and favor at every time of the day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails. We forever put our hope in you. ועל כולם יתברך ויתרום שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד, וכל החיים יודו סלע, ויהללו את שמך באמת, האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. שלום רב.
Shalom.
Our God and God of all who lived before us, you made a covenant with Noah to teach us to cherish the earth on which we live. May we ever be true to this teaching. You made a covenant with Abraham to teach us that you can be found to many paths. May we ever be true to your teaching. You made a covenant with Israel to teach us that every people has a special task in this world. May we ever be true to your teaching. And you made a covenant with David to teach us that everyone can err and fail, but still return to you again. May we ever be true to your teaching. May we be true in our time and place to these covenants of duty, care, and love. May the words of our heart, mouth, and meditation of our heart be acceptable to your God, our rock, and our deliverer. Let's take a moment to just be together and dwell together. And the ensemble will get us with the Yi Yu L'Ratzon. May those who sow in tear will reap in joy. Amen. Thank you for that. And now we recite the prayer for the sick, all those who are ill, and we'll mention names if there are names you'd like to mention. We sing the Misha Berach, which is to be found in 511. 511. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say amen if there are names you'd like to mention.
Greek and Ruth Jordan.
Thank you, friends. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome again. It's great to see you. Thank you to all those who are at home joining us. I appreciate that you take the time to be with us. Thank you for that. Weekly parasha mainly deals with the garments and the vestments of the priesthood. Yet it starts with the notion of the light, and it's interesting to start with that. That's what I'd like to focus. Tetzaveh, you shall further instruct the Israelites to bring the clean oil of the olives for lighting, for kindling the lamp, the menorah, regularly. The pure olive oil to be light regularly. Aaron and his son shall set them up on the 10th of gathering outside the curtain over the ark of the Lord to bear from evening to morning before Adonai, and it shall be due to the Israelites for all time, through all ages. This is the Ner Tamid. This element over here is a relic of the Ner Tamid, the everlasting light, which symbolizes the candle, the light, and the menorah that was always in the temple. This is a modern implementation of that, but you will find it in every synagogue around the world. The Ner Tamid, the everlasting candle, is a symbol to the menorah, and the menorah is one of the ancient symbols of Judaism. Together with the pure olive oil, it symbolizes the spiritual potential of the soul. What we are here to do, to light. The master sages are writing about it in Vayikra Rabbah. Vayikra Rabbah is a contemporary, is a collection of midrash, of lore, contemporary to the Jerusalem and Babylonian Talmuds between the 5th and the 7th century Common Era. I'm quoting Bar Kapara saying, Rabbi Bar Kapara saying, "It is you who light my lamp," says the psalmist. The Holy One, blessed be He, says to the human, "Your light is in my hands. My light is in your hands." God saying, your light is in my hands, your life, your light of your life is, I'm carrying it, God. But God acknowledges your light, my light, the soul is in your hands, human. As it is stated, the lamp of the Lord is the soul of the human. Ner Adonai, Ner is the candle, Adonai is God, Nishmat Adam, the soul, the neshama of the human. Ner Adonai, Nishmat Adam. Rather, the Holy One, blessed be He, say, if you light my lamp, I will light your lamp. This is the understanding why I command the children of Israel, so they will put an everlasting light as a reminder. So this is how you see how the master sages are interpreting the verse that we are meeting here and making a story, making a value based out of that. We started in the biblical level. We are moving to the early rabbinic literature. And from here, I'd like to move to Hasidut, which is mystic Judaism. I want to share with you with a short story of Rabbi Nachman of Breslev. Rabbi Nachman was born in 1772 and he died in 1810. 1772 to 1810. So it's not that long ago from where we are in 2023, mainly when you compare it to the 7th century or to the Bible time. Rabbi Nachman, he lives on the edge of modernity and he responds to the crisis, to the existential crisis of modernity. And part of it is his choice to write story tales, because usually rabbis don't write legends, story tales about the princess and the prince and the king and the lost in the forest, all these archetypian Jungian elements. And the story is called Menorah Shel Chesronot, a menorah, a chandelier of shortcomings, chesronot, of disadvantages or drawbacks. This is the translations I managed to get. A candlelight, a chandelier of disadvantage, of shortcoming. One prince has left his father, went to other countries days over days, and after a while, he learned a craft. He came back home to his father and said, I've learned a great craft, how to make a hanged menorah, a chandelier, a hanged menorah. And he asked that all the craftsmen will come in the kingdom and he will manifest how he's making the great chandelier of all times. And his father, the king, did so. He called all those who are understanding in the craft, in smith mason and gold mason and silver mason, not mason, smith, yeah, exactly. And the son, so tells us Rabbi Nachman, did a chandelier that everyone thought it was very ugly and appalling, totally inadequate. And the father went from one expertise to the other, and he said, what do you think? And they had to tell him in the end, we don't find the chandelier that your son did at all good. It is very, very ugly and full of shortcoming, full of disadvantage, full of drawback. And the son was saying, you see, I told you I'll make the best of all. You see how wise is my craft. And the father had to tell him that it's not the case. People found it very unappealing. And the son says, oh, Adrabah, even more so. I showed them how perfect my work is, because I show to everyone their own disadvantage. In this menorah, I've included all the shortcomings of all the craftsmen who are here. You see, one person is good in this and is not good in that. One person can do this or cannot do that. One person is able to do this, but not able to do this, and so on. But what's bad in the eyes of the one is beautiful in the eyes of the other. Thus, when I am composing a chandelier that has only shortcomings, I show everyone that there is not such thing as perfect. Everyone has a shortcoming. What beautiful in the eyes of the one can be a disadvantage in the eyes of the other. But truly, trust I can do a proper menorah. If everyone knew what are the shortcomings of each and everything, they would know the essence of it, even if they never saw it. So that's the story of Rabbi Nachman. Now let me give you some commentary on that. Let me just repeat in short. The prince went to other country. He learned his craft there. The craft is chandeliers. He comes, he makes the chandelier. Everything thinks that it's a very, very bad one. And he says, well, you'll be surprised. It includes all the shortcomings, all the disadvantages in all the chandeliers that you could have prepared. A hanged chandelier. Let's start. I'm giving some commentary. A hanged chandeliers. Why? To manifest how hard it is to light this world. The world is full of darkness. And what does it even mean that you are trying to light the world? The attempt to redeem this messed up world seems out of context, pathetic. Pathetic. You think you're going to fix this mess? You're pathetic. No stability. Like the chandelier is hanged, there's no stability. God also hanged these lights in the sky to teach us the same. What is the craft of building a light, building a menorah? How do we even approach that task of light within the darkness? So the story opens with that son who going to some other country. When he was elsewhere, that's he would learn. That's when he learned this craft. Now it's interesting because usually when in the story there is a king, the king is the king, right? And here just the prince is learning when he's away from the father, the craft. Rabbi Nachman always in his story takes you to the outskirts, to the fringe. And this is, again, there's some knowledge that comes from the fringe. He tried to bring it back to the heart of the palace. Now, metaphorically, there are many craftsmen who say, we are going to light the world. We are going to give light to the world. Our teaching, we are so spiritual that we'll give you teaching, and our teaching will redeem you. Rabbi Nachman says, the perfect menorah is a menorah that is full of shortcomings. Everyone can find his own shortcomings. There's nothing perfect. There's nothing like perfect. The shortcoming for itself is relatively. Relatively to what? Relatively to what? To me, to our expectation from ourselves. Relative in the sense that what is your source of compare? How do you see others, and how do you see others performing the craft? What the matter is craft, it is. To see it, it's easy. To sense it is hard. How do you see? How do you manifest the relativity of the disadvantage? How do you show it? What kind of a light, of a menorah, can we shed on the relativity of our shortcomings? Why is it important? So you'll get proportion, so you won't fall. That's the question, how to be aware of our shortcoming. There is something in our system of faith that is not willing to put up with shortcoming, with disadvantages. There's something about the faith that is striving for the perfect. in the most easiest of way. I think we can all agree that you come to shul, you pray to God, you expect that, you're talking to the ultimate. And sometimes in the world of faith, it looks like somebody you cannot accept, cannot see shortcoming, cannot accept shortcoming. Sometimes that awareness that is striving to the divine, to God, makes us refuse to see our shortcoming. This is what the story about it, because we feel that there's something that's threatening on ourselves. Says, no, I'm here, I can do it, I'm going to make it, I'll deliver. The shortcoming comes and say, no, you're not going to. Or at least there's no guarantee that you're going to deliver. And that might be experienced as a threat, as an existential threat. And that's that prince that he displays, that this is the ugliest thing you can make. I've met all the shortcomings of all of you. Now let's talk. And he says, like, as if he's saying that when I was away, I learned to live with my shortcoming. I learned to accept, to endure, to embrace all the chesronot, how I can embrace and receive them. Now, the Gemara says, it's in Kiddushin 29, it's a famous one, about what the parent must do for his child. And one of the things that they say is to teach the child a profession. Here, the whole story is turned upside down. The son is teaching the father. He is showing them how to do it. And when in this upside down story, it says, the art of being in peace with the shortcomings is something that nobody can teach you, not your father, not even God. There's no external source of authority that can give you this settledness when you are accepting where you are. So where we are, where can one stand on its feet? And Rabbi Nachman gives this answer in your own shortcomings. The shortcoming, achisaron, is the root, as that's what he says in the end. If you could know what is missing in each and everything, you would know what's the essence of the thing, because you could see what it is missing. You can see the essence of it. In a way, what you are missing, what you're yearning, that's a very Breslev teaching. Your yearning is your essence. I'll say it again. Your yearning is your essence. In the famous story of Rabbi Nachman, when the heart is missing the fountain, then all the heart is doing is yearning for the fountain. That's what defines him. He's lacking the fountain. What exists when I am deficient, when I'm not perfect? Because that's our condition. We are not perfect. That's our condition. You are like away from where you are supposed to do. But this is your work in this world. This is your tikkun, to bring that light. The fact is, teaches Rabbi Nachman, each one is being born with shortcoming, with disadvantage, and that's where your tikkun is. That's what you need to learn. You're short, where you're falling short, this is where you need to do the work of developing yourself, standing on your feet, and that's the art. Usually, when we are looking to enhance, to hold ourselves, to uplift ourselves, we are looking at our advantages, right? I say, oh, but you're great in that. Somebody comes and say, I don't know how it's going to say. I say, no, but you're great in that. You're going to make it. You always can do it. That's what we usually do. We refer to our strength. Rabbi Nachman is like looking and saying, with this menorah of yours that you're going to bring the light, let's check where are your shortcomings and how the shortcomings reflecting on the light that you cast. This is your task to the way. We're not pounding you, sweetheart, you feel good with yourself. No, it gives you a role, it gives you value, it gives you task, it gives you meaning, it gives you struggle. Via the struggle, you build your character. Our each and every one of us, unperfect menorahs, chandeliers are beautiful and good despite the shortcomings. The point is that we don't sit on ourselves, but we are very clear to sit on the other. So Rabbi Nachman says, the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If you can accept, if you can live in peace with what is ugly and defected in you, then you can live with it. You can get rid of it. But it takes first embracing. And finally, even if the menorah that you created is totally ugly, the light still shines through it. Okay? The light still shines through it. So that's my message of today. I hope I made it clear. I don't know. I made my best to go via the element of the light and talk about our shortcomings and how we embrace them. And with that, I'd like to move to the Kaddish list. We mourn this week with the family of the late Sidney Anulik. Sidney Anulik, he was a past member of Beit Emanuel, and he passed away unexpected. He had a heart attack outside. Things happen. I want to say that he was a politician from the good side, or a proper one, who was representing the people and representing the Jewish community for years and years. And about a year ago, he had some accident when he sadly said the wrong thing in the wrong forum. I'm not in a position to judge people that do it. And I'd like to wish that what will be remembered is a year of career and not, he was triggered. People triggered him and he got triggered and he said what he said. Never mind. May it not be what will be remembered, but a whole lifetime of service. That's my point. That's my point. Because I'm aware that now people will try to, let's be gracious. And other than that, I'd like to mention Joyce Davis, the mother of Ruth Jordan and the grandmother of Janice Rosenberg, Lynette De Pinto, sister of Jennifer Wolf, Erna Echt, mother of Leonor Carr, Ben Favis, father of Mel Favis, Roberta Galvin, mother of Larry Galvin, Jules Scudder, brother of Pearl Wasserman Bass, Elaine Gershon, mother of Harriet Harber, Kurtz Gundelfinger, father of Andrew Gundelfinger, Raya Katz, remember Ian Castley, Herbert Pritzberg, father of Charles Pritzberg and Robert Pritzberg, Gerald Putziger, father of George and Michael, Samuel Schneer, father of Lynette Bloom, and Alonzo, father of Joanna Klosowski. If there's any further names, please mention. You feel like joining me here? Mel, do you feel like joining me? No? Let us rise, 598, 598. Wherever you want. Wherever you want. 598, please join me for the Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן, יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעלם לעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם, ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה, שירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן, יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיא, מחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן, עושה שלום עם אומה ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם, ואמרו אמן. Please be seated. Where is Ella and where is Ella and Nava now? Get them. That's the sweet time. Come, get them. Mr. Ben Zvi, come. Come, the Ben-Zvi brothers, the Yehuz sisters, come. Come here, come here, come here. Come on, come on, come on. Are you ready for tomorrow? Yeah? Are you understand that you're the next? When is your birthday start? How old are you? You are what? No, I didn't ask what when your birthday is. How old are you? You're turning 10. Okay, so you start the religious school and you go the next, right? Yeah. The thirds are the best. They're here. I know they're here. How are you? Now good to see you. This is the phase when we're giving the blessing and handing the sweets. Okay? Yeah. Okay. To bless you, you know. Good. You want to, okay? Yeah, no. There you go. There you go. Come on. Grab a sweet. Friends, tomorrow 9:30, Ada's Bati. Don't miss it, right? Or you'll have a business with the chief. Monday, 5:30, Purim. Now I'll tell you the protocol. It's very straightforward. Sadly, Rabbi Shimon will not come to Monday. He will come next week. And it is what it is. So we'll manage without him for now. We'll start the breathing. We'll do a little bit of the Hebrew, the kids, the adults, a little bit of the ending, and then the procession of sweets, the procession of costumes, and the conclusion. There will be alcohol, blue wine, and all the rest of the things, hamantashen, and so on. Monday, 5:30 till 7:30 or so. This is Purim. And then after all things as usual, if you haven't had a chance, please note at the bulletin that the AGM was postponed in 1 week and it would be in the 23rd. And this is your time to, those who are in a position or members in good standing, please consider stand for Mencom. I think with that, that's good enough for today. Tomorrow morning, again, Mazel Tov, Ada and the family. Looking forward to it. And let us conclude. The Human Rights Shabbat, yeah, obviously. So David Bilshitz is with us in his royal self. On the Friday, the 17th, he will give the sermon for human rights, the state of human rights, or as the case may be. And we'll have some extra reading. Join us. Thanks for that. Shemoni kaveh kiflot ador Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for the Brucha. Ada will do the Kiddush in 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom from the Jordan.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Enjoy.